word, what a word. What a word. I want to be following her with the second saying of Jesus before he passed, before he gave himself away. And it comes from Luke 23:43. And Jesus said unto him, assuredly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Okay, we see what Jesus said, but the question remains, why did he say it? Why did he promise a criminal, a robber, to be in paradise with him? Why did he do this? Well, the answer to that question is that Jesus knows when somebody really believes in him. He knows. He knows. For scripture says in John 3:16 that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. That whoever, I repeat, whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. See, this criminal had just heard what we just heard from sis. He had just heard Jesus forgive them. Those people that were mocking him. And truth be told, this criminal was one of those people. Now you might ask, well, where does it say that at? I'm going to tell you. Now, there's two more earlier accounts of this same story. One in Matthew 27:41 and 44, and the other in Mark 15:27 and 32. Those two authors said that the robbers who were crucified with him, they reviled him. So I started thinking, well, okay, well, I'm kind of lost. What does revile mean? So I looked up revile. And revile means to taunt, to castigate, to criticize, to defame one's character. So you see, this criminal, this robber, he was no different than the other one. But he was affected by the power of the love and forgiveness that Jesus showed his captor. He was affected so bad to where it made him tell the other prisoner, the other guy hanging on the other side of Jesus, don't you see that this is God? How can you disrespect him like this? This is God. Now. See, at that very moment, when he seen Jesus forgiving his mockers, this guy was transformed. His mind was transformed. At that very moment, he believed that Jesus was God. And even with all this stuff going on around Jesus, now put yourself back there at that time. Jesus had other people all around him hanging. It wasn't just two now. It was people all around him. This was the hanging place. You had people screaming. You had people yelling. You had people cursing. You had fouling. You had all type of stuff going on around him. But Jesus focused in on this one man because of his belief. Now remember, Jesus has a keen eye. This is the same Jesus that seen Zacchaeus in a tree. So he has a keen eye for anyone who believes. If you believe in him, he's going to see you. He'll see you. Now, I'm going to elaborate on this right here a little bit next week. Well, more next week. But the robber, what he seen was that after faith comes favor. See, he's seen this. So like I said, I'm going to elaborate on this next week with you. But right now, I want you to understand this robber, when he started to believe in Jesus, when he started to believe that Jesus was God, he received that favor. And see, we're going to receive the same thing because we're all believers in here. We all believe that we're going to this place with him. We're preparing right now to go to this place with Jesus. So if it ever feels like you're just not going to make it, if you feel like sometimes it's just so rough, I'm so tired of it, I'm just hurting, my body's hurting. See, just remember that this is the devil painting a picture that he wants you to look at. But remember who's on your side. You have the same Jesus that he's going to see you because you're a believer. So, men and women of God, just keep this in your spirit. That if he could save a man like me, a man like that was a robber, a man that was a murderer, you know he can save someone like you. God bless you all.